Hi, I'm Jim Newcomb with Leader Radio Products, and I wanted to talk to you today about a product that we have that's designed to allow the user to attach multiple devices to our Lido mounts. It's our extension bracket. And basically the new package includes all of the adapters and nuts and bolts they would need to attach their transceiver to our bracket. This bracket enables the user to attach multiple devices. So if they want two control heads, maybe a control head and a speaker microphone, two HTs or a scanner, any of those things to this bracket. I'm going to take a few minutes to show you how it all goes together, okay? All right, let's take a look and see what comes with an Ext01 Deluxe. You get a Ext01 extension plate. Cool thing about this plate is it's made of anodized aluminum, so it's really lightweight. It has 4-hole amps pattern in the center. It comes with a pre-drilled hole for a 1/4-20 bolt and a 5mm bolt. And the package includes an Icom hook. It includes a microphone clip for Kenwood. Kenwood microphone clips, or the buttons are a little larger than the Yaesu one, so we include this clip as well. Your user, if you're a Kenwood user, you have this in your package with your TMD710. It's what Kenwood puts in with the package, but we include it as well. Cool thing about this is it will also work with a scanner. So if you're a scanner enthusiast and you have an SDS100 and you have the extended battery, you would use this clip. It will work on the button mount that's on the back of the SDS100 clip. Then we include a 1/4-20 bolt that will go through the 1/4-20 pre-drilled hole. We include a 5mm bolt that will go through the pre-drilled 5mm hole. The 1/4-20 bolt is used to thread into Icom remote head brackets, and the 5mm bolt is used to thread into Yaesu FTM100, FTM300, FTM350, FTM400, and FT891 control heads. Screws right directly into those control heads. Then we include a 2T female plate to adapt to our Lido mounts that have a double T male on the end of them. We include two double T male adapter plates, and we include two EXP1 express plates. These are designed to accept the Yaesu type button mount on the back of the microphone. You can also clip a mic clip over into the cavity, so it will work with a speaker microphone, or it will also work with the HTs. It'll work with an HT as long as the HT has a belt clip on it. So that's what you get with the Ext Deluxe. We also include 5 hardware packages, nuts and bolts. With this package, you can mount any amateur radio remote head or any amateur radio HT onto this extension bracket in a lot of different combinations. Even if you want to mount 2 remote head onto this extension bracket, you can do so. So again, with this package, the Ext Deluxe, you can mount any amateur radio remote head transceiver as long as you have the amateur radio transceiver's remote head bracket. You will need that for the whole thing to work, and your amateur radio HT belt clip. The belt clip does have to be attached. Now I'm going to put together a few examples so you can check out how to do it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to attach a very popular radio to the extension plate along with a speaker microphone. But before I do, I wanted to share something with you in regards to all Lido mounts. So all Lido mounts will come with either a 4-hole amps pattern like this, or they'll come with a double T male pattern like this on the end of your mount. If you have a 4-hole amps pattern on the end of your mount, you're just going to attach your extension plate directly to the 4-hole amps plate. Again, 4-hole amps pattern, 4-hole amps pattern, they line up. You're going to run the nuts and bolts through it and attach it. If you do have a double T on the end of it, on the end of your Lido mount, you'll need to use the adapter plate. This is an LM2T female plate. So you're going to attach this plate, which has 4-hole amps pattern, to this 4-hole amps pattern like so. Run the included nuts and bolts through, and then just slide it onto the end of your Lido mount, and you're good to go. So that's very important to know. Now let's attach a real popular radio out right now, the FTM 400 to this extension plate. And so this will work with either an FTM 100, a 300, an FTM 350, FTM 450, and FT891. They all have the 5mm threaded hole in the back of them. So it's pretty simple installation. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our Lido extension plate, and of course I showed you that it comes with a 5mm screw. We're just going to run that 5mm screw through the pre-drilled hole, and then we're going to thread that into the back of the FTM, in this case the 400, which is what I have. I'm going to tighten that down like so. Now our FTM 400 is attached to the extension plate, and of course we need to place a home for our microphone, so we're going to make that as well now. Again, all these parts are included with your LM Ext01 Deluxe version. We're going to attach the LM2T male plate to the Lido extension bracket, like so. And again, this hardware is all included. And I'm just going to do one of these, and then I have some pre-made ones so I can show you what the capabilities are as long as you have this package. And again, you will need, in some cases, the radio manufacturer's remote head bracket. So we'll just run the nuts and bolts through here, like so. So the reason we need to put the 2T male plate onto the extension plate is so that it will work with our express plate, which has a single T on the inside of it. So we're going to just slide the express plate now onto the male tab, right, like so. And now we have a place for our microphone to live. So now we have an FTM 400 or microphone, and it's on the extension bracket, and this you can attach to any Lido mount. If you like, you can also set this up horizontally. So if you want the mic to be side by side of the FTM 400, you can do that. And I've got some examples of that as well. So that's how you would hook it up. You can see how easy it is. And again, all the components are included as long as you have that remote head bracket. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple other things. Another very popular setup is Kenwood's TMD710. So here we have a TMD710, and let me show you what I did. All I did was attach the remote head bracket that comes with the TMD710 to our Lido mount. Just ran a couple screws through the arms here, and the holes line up perfectly. So there's nothing to drill or anything. You just run the included hardware through it. Works great. And then I attached the clip that I showed you earlier. I attached our clip, but you could also attach the Kenwood clip, Kenwood microphone clip. And then this just slides into the back of the Kenwood, locks in. You're good to go. So that's how you would mount your TMD710. This will also work with a V700 or a V71A. You will need to get their optional remote head bracket kit. I think it's a DF3K, something like that. But anyway, you can see that on the Kenwood website. So if you have a V71A or a V700 or a D700, you will need their remote head bracket. It's not included in this package, but you can get that from Kenwood. Another really popular model of radio is, in this case, it's the TYT, but it's identical to the Yaesu FT8900. So all we did with this particular radio is we just attached the remote head bracket that comes with the TYT. If you have the Yaesu, you'll need to get their YSK, I think it's 8900, and it comes with this remote head bracket, and you will need that for this to work. Basically, I just ran a couple of nuts and bolts through it and attached the remote head bracket. And then again, I attached our express plate using the previous version that I showed you with the FTM 400 to the bottom of this. So then all you do is you just snap in your remote head bracket. Again, in this case, we've got a TYT microphone, which looks like this, and it just snaps down into it. So you got to. That's a very popular setup. So this will work with the 8900, 7800, FT857, TYT. As long as you have that remote head bracket, you just attach it to the express plate and then attach the microphone setup as well, as I've shown you. That's a real popular setup. Another one is, suppose you have an Icom ID5100. So with the ID5100, there's a package, remote head bracket package they sell called an MBA-2. For 2730, it's called an MBA-5. So Icom uses a magnetic system. So they give you a metal plate like this, and then two magnets that go into the back of the transceiver control head. So with our bracket, you can just line their bracket up. And this is actually, Icom uses a 4-hole amps pattern on this metal bracket. So it'll line up with the nuts and bolts in the holes, and you just run the nuts and bolts through your metal bracket that came with the MBA-2, put your magnets that came with the MBA-2 on the back of your control head. There you've got a spot for your control head, and an Icom hook that we showed you comes with this package. And so you got a home for your microphone as well. So there's that package. Real popular package that we run into is with the IC706. This radio's been around forever, and there's like thousands of them out there. And, anyway, so this package will work with an IC706, an IC7000, and an ID4100. And on the IC706, you'll need the MB63, which we show here. On the IC7000, you need an MB105. And on the ID4100, you'll need the Icom's MBA-8. But basically, the way that the whole thing works is pretty easy. Remember, we've got our pre-drilled hole here for a quarter 20. We're just going to run the quarter 20 bolt through here, and in the middle of those brackets I just mentioned for the Icom remote head brackets, they've got a hole, and that hole is threaded for a quarter 20 bolt. So we're just going to attach the bolt to the remote head bracket like so. Then we can attach the Icom like so to it. And again, we've got our Icom hook. So we've got a place for our microphone. And in this case, you can see, just like the ID5100, I used a horizontal setup. But you could also use a vertical setup, which actually I prefer if I'm in a vehicle. That way I've got more space instead of it taking up width. It's a lot easier to use vertically, so you take up vertical space instead of horizontal space. But some people like the microphone right next to the radio. So there's that setup. And the last one I want to show you, last but not least, is if you have a couple of HTs or a HT and a speaker microphone that you want to mount. Basically, we took the two EXP1s microphone slash HT holders and attached them to the extension plate using those 2T mel plates that come with the package. So you're able to clip the radio over into the cavity like so. And if you have a speaker microphone, you can clip that on as well. So now we have a place for HT and a speaker microphone. Again, you know, if you want to mount a lot of different things, if you want a scanner here, maybe two HTs, that type of thing, you can do so. So as you can see, the Ext01 Deluxe package is extremely flexible. You can mount just about anything onto that bracket. Also, another thing customers use is they'll mount a remote speaker microphone. So if you want to mount a remote speaker, again, remote speakers come with a bracket like this. So you can see there's holes in them. Just run nuts and bolts through the holes of your speaker into the extension bracket, and now you can add a speaker, or maybe a control head. Anyway, you can see the flexibility that we offer with the Ext01 Deluxe. We also sell all this stuff a la carte if you want. We offer all of these parts on our site, but it's a cost beneficial way to purchase it with it all in one. So if you do have any questions, please let me know. I can be reached at jim@lidoradio.com. And our phone number is 949-690-5616. Thank you for your time.